Good afternoon, guys. Tiffany here. Welcome to Balance It Out. Hope you're all doing well, feeling well. I have my mat here. You don't necessarily need a mat. If you have a towel or a blanket, you can work on that. But just try to find something that's got a little bit of a cushion, but also that, it's not going to slip and slide all over the place. Make sure you have your water nearby. Take your water breaks as you need. We'll be working on strength and balance, obviously, because it's Balance It Out today. That is Coco's tail in the corner, my assistant, so she'll be all over the place. So let's go ahead and get started. If you guys are feeling woozy or anything hurts throughout the class, please go ahead and take a seat or just bow out and save it for later. We'll be moving nice and slow through these movements, guys. Focusing on our balance, I do recommend that you don't wear shoes or socks so that you can really spread those toes and really feel all the parts of that foot as we work through these exercises. So we'll go ahead and get started. Spreading out those toes, we're just kind of going to ground here and just take a scan of our body, feeling everything that is going on. We might be taking a break from work. We might not have work today, and we're just trying to work on some balance. So we just want to kind of focus on our body, be in tune with it. That way, so when we get to challenging positions, we can stay connected into our movements. So go ahead and spread those toes, pressing down through all parts of the foot. Nice. You don't have to lock your knees out, but just a gentle, natural bend. We're engaging through the core. Shoulders are back and down, and we are just breathing here in through the nose, out through the mouth. Palms are forward. We're just trying to settle here in the space, focusing on nothing else but what our body is feeling, focusing on how our head feels. We might have had, a little bit of tension, headache, maybe from staring at a screen all morning. Feeling our shoulders, if they feel tight, if you feel like you've been just squeezing or you've got a lot of stress, just try to think each exhale, just try to relax those shoulders back and down, nice and far away from the ears. We might be sore in our arms from other workouts that we've done this week. Our stomach might be rumbling, we might be hungry, we might be full because we just had lunch. Either way, just notice these things in our body and just take a mental note of them. That's it. Feeling our legs, our hip flexors are a little tight from sitting, or were we running and our legs are sore? Going all the way down to our ankles and our knees. Do we have a little bit of joint issues? Anything like that? All the way down to the ankles, to the feet. Is our fascia tight? Breathing here. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first thing I want you to do is just lean your weight into that left foot and sort of bend that right leg. So we're going to lift up through the heel of that right leg. We're really going to stabilize through this left foot. Now I want you to grip the ground with all those toes and that foot. You want to drive up through the kneecap on this left foot. And we're just going to lift our right leg nice and slow so that our thigh is parallel to the ground. Our palms are still out. And we're just lifting here. So we're nice and tall through the chest too. So we're not slouching just because we're working our legs. We're nice and tall through the chest. Breathing here, hold on to it. You can go ahead and flex those toes if you like. And then we're going to just go ahead and take that same leg that's up and we're going to rotate it out. So don't rotate your torso, rotate through that leg. So we're trying to maintain that parallel to the ground, but we're just opening that leg out as far as you can. So your range of motion is going to determine how far you go, but we're still trying to work here, strengthening the stability in that left leg, but also building power in this hip flexor here. Keep breathing. And we'll go ahead and bring that leg slowly back to the front. And then we'll just kick that right leg out in front of us. So you might be able to lift your leg a little bit higher if it's straight. If not, just kick that leg out. Breathe. Squeeze through that thigh. Might wobble a little bit, but we're here to balance, so just keep breathing. And rebend that leg. And plant nice and slow, put them back down. Awesome job. Go ahead and pedal out the feet, shake the arms out. And we'll do the same thing. So we'll bring our weight onto the right leg, spreading the toes, pressing through all corners of the foot, engaging through that kneecap, squeezing the glute, squeezing the thigh, lifting up off of that heel on the left leg, and then breathing and lifting that left leg off of the ground. As close to parallel to the ground as we can with that thigh. We're still engaged with the core here, shoulders are relaxed. You'll notice one leg is a little bit more stable than the other. That's totally fine. Make that mental note. Keep it up. Keep breathing. Squeeze. And throughout this whole thing, if you start to feel lax in that leg, just readjust, re-squeeze. Go ahead and open up through that left leg as far as you can. Breathing. Really challenging that weight on that stabilizing leg. Breathe. And come back forward. And go ahead and straighten out that leg as high as you can, as straight as you can, squeezing through that thigh, balancing through that right leg. Hold it, we're almost there, guys. And bring that leg back in, nice and controlled, and plant that foot. Perfect. Go ahead and stretch or shake those legs out. I'm really feeling it. I always feel it. And we'll do that one more time on each side. So nice and easy, loosen the legs out. Like I said, grab water if you need to. So we'll go ahead and stabilize through this left leg once again. Just kind of like, when you stand on your hip like that, just bring the weight onto this leg, lift the heel of the right. Should be a little bit easier this time. Now your body knows what to do, and we'll lift parallel to the ground with that thigh. If you can get a little bit higher, that's cool too. Hold it. Keep breathing, guys. Let that shaking remind you that you're alive and you are capable. And we'll go ahead and open up that leg. And if you need to, you can put your hand gently on your knee, not to hold it up, but just to help you give a little bit more stability. Hold it. We're almost there, guys. And back to the front and straighten out that leg. Hold it. Keep breathing. A couple more seconds. And rebend and controlled plant. Nice job. Parallel the feet. Shift the weight onto that right leg. Toes are spread. Activating that whole leg on the right side. And lift that left leg. Think about someone pulling from the top of your head. You want to be as long as possible so that you can engage all parts of your core. And open that leg out to the side. Balance, balance. Hold it. Try not to turn that torso. Try just to turn through that hip. And bring it forward and kick that foot out as high as you can. Keeping those toes flexed. Almost there. Lift it a little bit higher if you can. And rebend and plant controlled. Nice job. Shake those legs out. All right, so next we're going to go into a fun one. We're going to try to make a T with the body. If you need any type of props, if you need a box or a block or anything, you can do that. You can also use the back of a chair or something just to help you. So we'll go ahead and take that left leg and plant all of our weight into that one. Take this right leg and just tap our toes behind us, and the wall works as well. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to move like a lever. So we want our leg and the top of our head to go up at the same time as such. You can put your arms out if you need to reach. We really want to focus on creating stability through this leg, like just like the last movement. And we're just trying to stay in a level position, creating a T with our body. If you like, you can keep your hands overhead. That's a challenge. That will just create a little bit more for you, or you can keep them by your side, or like I said, you can go forward. So you got plenty of options. So we're just going to tap that foot behind us. We're trying to keep our hips square. So try not to open those hips. Try to keep them nice and forward in the same direction as our foot. And we'll slowly just reach forward, lifting our leg at the same time that we're lifting or lowering our head. And your legs might be a little bit tight here, so go where you can. As soon as you feel that pull, go ahead and stop, but nice and slow here. Just trying to keep the neck nice and long. Like I said, you can keep your hands down here. You can tap the ground gently. You can have your hands overhead for a challenge, or you can keep your hands behind you as well. So plenty of options here. Trying to keep that stabilized leg nice and straight. And I just play with tapping on the ground. Hold on to it. Try to bring that hip closer to the ground to keep it square. A couple more seconds. And slowly come back up. Squeeze through that leg. Nice job. And go ahead and shake it out. Got an imprint on my mat from pressing my foot so hard. So now we're going to switch legs, go into the same thing. Shoulders are backing down. Nice straight body from the top of the head to the bottom of the foot. Nice long neck too, so we don't want to crunch the neck back. We don't want to crunch it forward. Nice neutral neck. Crown of the head is just going to whoop, just like that. Okay, tapping those left feet back and creating strength in this leg and tipping down. Remember your options with the arms, either overhead or behind you. Nice and slow. Trying to get as level as possible, as parallel to the ground as possible, keeping those hips tilted. You see, I have to tilt mine because I open up as well, so I have to remember, keep those hips square to the ground. Want a nice parallel line to the ground. Pressing through that right foot, you got it. Tapping the hands if you need to on the ground. Driving through that leg. Hold on to it, keep it up. Couple more seconds. And slowly come back up. Nice job. Shake those legs out. Woo. Feeling those. Okay, we'll go ahead and come down to the ground. You guys are doing great so far. Coco said we look good. So now we'll do our bird dogs, which you have done before. So we'll do opposite arm, opposite leg. This time we're going to tuck our toes. We're actually going to elevate just a bit. So wrists are right underneath the shoulders. Toes are tucked. So you want to try to get all of your toes on the ground. So even if you have to reach back and spread those toes so that pinky is on the ground, you really want to push into all of the toes. Neck and back is nice and straight. We're going to lift up. And we're going to drive opposite arm, opposite leg up. 3, 2, 1. Come back and release. Very short because that is testing the balance for sure. So we're going to do 3 seconds on each side. Come back, reset, and then go back up. So lift and come out. 3, 2, 1. Reset. Come back down. Make sure you're breathing through this. And lift. Out. 3, 2, 1. Back in. And lift. 3, 2, 1. Back in. One more time on each side. And lift. 3, 2, 1. Back in. And lift one last time. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Those are a challenge. And then go ahead and sit up. And sit on those toes. Come forward again. So now what we're going to try to do is keep those toes tucked. This time just bring your knees together. We're going to come up onto our knees. Hands are at the sides. And we're just going to try to lean forward. You can also have your feet tucked too if you need to. We're just going to try to lean forward without touching our hands to the ground. So as soon as you feel like you're going to face plant, put your hands out. But we're just trying to work that core. And we're just going to lean forward. Nice and slow. As far as you can. Trying to keep the hips in line with the knees. And then as soon as you feel like you're going to fall over, you can stop. Back up. And go. Really working that core. Squeeze that belly button to that spine. Pressing the tops of those toes or those tucked feet into the ground. As low as you can, squeezing that spine. Come back up. 2 more times. Nice long neck here. Control through the core, guys. Pressing down through those toes as much as you can. And one last time. Nice and slow. Breathing. Squeeze that belly button to the spine. And stop. Nice job. Go ahead and lay down on your side. Do some side planks. So we're going to do a high plank, stabilizing through that shoulder. So make sure that that wrist is underneath that shoulder. You can do this on your knee, on that bottom leg. Still going to work that balance, but if you can, give it a try with the straight legs first. So we'll do 20 seconds on each side, rotating. So hands are nice and wide. Fingers are spread. We're pressing through all parts of that hand. If you need to, you can make that fist. That'll help stabilize that wrist a little bit more. So get ready. Legs are straight. I flex my toes to just keep activation throughout my whole body. Core is engaged. Legs are pressing into each other. And lift those hips up. 20 seconds. You can either have your hand up here or your hand down here. Just try to stay on the blade of that bottom foot. 20 seconds. 10 to go. Press through that shoulder of that planted hand. You got this. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Bring it down nice and easy. Switch sides. Straightening out those legs, or you can have that bottom leg bent. Wrist right underneath the shoulder. And take it up for 20 and begin. Try to keep that body in a nice straight line, guys. Straight line from the tip of these fingers to the bottom of the hand. 10 seconds to go. Try to control that wobbling. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Plant it. Switch to the other side. And lift. 20 seconds. Ten down. Press through that shoulder. Stay activated, guys. Squeeze through those legs. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Coming over to the other side. Get ready and lift. Ten down, 10 to go. Hold on to it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Come on down. And if you need to, you can go ahead and in a child's pose just for a little bit of a recovery. I'm already sweating, so I hope you guys are too. Really firing up through the core here. So we'll go ahead and come into a nice low squat if you can. Bringing those feet to about as wide as the mat. Pressing out those knees with the elbows. And what we'll do here is plant the hands. And we'll rest our knees onto our triceps. We're not going to lift the feet up. We're just going to test our balance here. Just balance it out. So we're going to lean those knees into our triceps. And we're just going to lean a little bit forward, pressing through the hands. And just hold this position for about 20 seconds. Should be on the tips of the, should be the tips of the toes that you're on. 10 seconds to go. Squeezing that core. Pressing through those fingers. A couple more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. And come back. Nice job. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And get ready. Set up. Another 20 seconds. And begin. Try to get a little bit higher on those toes. Try to go a little bit closer to the ground with that crown of the head. Hold it. Almost there, guys. 10 seconds to go. Almost there. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. We'll go ahead and sit down, shake those legs out. That's an intense one. Actually going into that full position is very challenging, but that's a good way to build up that shoulder and arm strength so that when you're ready, you can lift the feet off the ground. Okay. So we'll turn over, go into a nice little plank position here. And we're gonna just lift our foot, alternating our legs, holding for 20 seconds. So making sure that those wrists are, again, underneath those shoulders. And we're not slouching through the shoulders here. We're pushing through, pressing through all parts of the hand. Again, if you need to be on your fists, that's totally fine. Nice plank position. And if you need to do this on your knees, make sure that that back is straight. And you're just going to kick that leg out. Okay. And begin. 20 seconds. Lifting the left leg. So we're pushing the toes of that right foot into the ground, squeezing through our core, lifting through that left leg, pointing that foot, squeezing through the glutes. And switch feet. Hold on to it. Three, 2, 1, and relax. Nice job. Shake those arms out. Now we'll be doing the arms. So we'll keep the feet planted, and we'll bring one arm up and the other arm up. 20 seconds. Get ready. And begin. So I'm lifting my left arm, stabilizing through that right arm. Trying to keep those hips square to the ground, so try not to open up. Try to stay nice and flat. 10 seconds to go. Maintain, guys. You got this. Please press through that shoulder. 3 seconds, 2, and 1, and switch arms. Ten seconds to go. Got it. Hold on to it. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Plant and come back down. Feeling those. So we'll do that one more time. One leg at a time, and then one arm at a time. Right, Coco? All right. So we're coming back down. 20 seconds. And lift one leg. Keep that body nice and flat. Ten to go. 3, 2, 1, switch legs. Ten seconds, hold on to it. Three, 2, and 1, relax. Shoot those arms out, one arm at a time. Get ready, and begin. Might feel that shaking, guys, it's totally fine. 10 seconds to go. Get ready to switch. 3, 2, 1, other arm. Three, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shoot those arms out. Awesome work. So now we're on our knees. If you need to fold your mat or your towel or your blanket to add more cushion, you can just fold it over like that. Otherwise, right leg underneath the hip. You can have those toes flexed or tucked or untucked behind you. Your preference. That left leg is going to come out. And we're going to kind of do our T again. This time we're going to be going lateral. So you can have one hand down here, just gently touching, and we're just going to focus on that hip and that knee. So if you feel any cramping, that's totally fine. Just kind of work it out with your hip and then come back into the pose with us. So this hand's going to be out. This hand's going to come down. We're going to have to bend it because we're close to the ground, but you want to tap if you want to with that hand. So we'll lean and begin. Just trying to get as parallel to the ground as possible. Hold it. And come back up. Nice job. Feeling that in that hip. Stabilize through that hip. Switching legs. Hands out. And lean. Breathing. Stable as possible, guys. A couple more seconds. And come back up. Awesome job. Feeling in that glute too. And we'll do it again on each side. Coming out for that right knee. Pressing through that hip as well. So we don't want to just have those hips sit back. We want to have those hips over that knee. And lean over. It's going to depend on your range of motion as well. Really pressing through that back foot. And come back down. Switch legs. Arm up and come over to the side. Activating that hip, guys. Really using that oblique to keep that leg up as well. Squeezing that glute. Tapping with the hand. Working on that balance. Couple more seconds. And come back up. Perfect. All right, and we'll go ahead and come onto all fours. And we'll just push those hips back, nice and easy, child's pose. Stretch it out, walk the hands forward. Compression on the stomach, but also lengthening through that lower back. And then we'll come up, press the hips forward, and just dip the hips to stretch out that abs. Feet abs. Nice little arch in the back here. Breathing deeply. Come up onto all fours. Bring one leg out in front. Keeping that knee underneath that hip, and we're just pushing the chest towards the knee. Nice little stretch for the hamstring here. Breathing as deep as possible, keeping the crown of the head nice and straight, neck is long. And then we'll slowly plant that front foot and lean forward into that hip flexor. And then we'll come back, switching legs. Nice long back. And bringing the chest towards the knee. Keep nose toes flexed, protecting that ankle and that knee. Really getting a good stretch on that hamstring, that calf. And then just leaning forward that hip flexor. And then come back in, a couple of cat-cows, drop the belly, inhale. And exhale to open up through the back. One more time. And up. All right, guys, go ahead and find a comfortable seat, and you can stay here and kind of just let your body replenish about 5-10 minutes, just relaxing, letting your body get back to a natural state. But thank you so much for joining me and Coco today. I hope you enjoyed your balance. I hope you're feeling stronger and you're feeling a little bit more stable. Enjoy the rest of your day.